angel. I'm going to have Fiorella Salazar come up, but I want to brag on her first. Clint really thinks that Fiorella has saved his life. And she's going to explain what she's doing. Clint, I'm sure, is going to follow up, so I don't need to spill over her. But I do want you to know, I talked to Andy Bashir Saturday, and I bragged on you.
Thank you.
So come on up, and she's going to, so Fiorella is the Central Kentucky Regional Field Director. Is that right? So she's working with everybody that's running for office this year, so she's going to tell you all the wonderful things she's doing.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try to be as loud as possible. I know it's kind of hard to hear.
If you just hold up to your, and just don't stand behind your speaker.
Awesome, perfect. Hi guys, like Karen said, my name is Fiorella Salazar. I am the Regional Field Director for Central Kentucky. That's 20 counties from Scott all the way down to Wayne, which is the border of Tennessee. So it's a long way down south, 3 hours. So it is a lot of ground to cover. Luckily, we have a very, very good team of people who are helping us cover that ground. And we started off in Fayette County, which is one of the most important counties in my region that we have to cover. And so far, we've knocked over, I want to say I think since yesterday, or today, I guess, like over 30,000 doors, and from July 9th till today. So very short amount of time, ton of work that's being put in. We're very blessed to have an amazing group of interns who are helping us out. A bunch of college kids and then high schoolers are very motivated, and they go there. Even if it rains, it's super hot, they still go out because they know it's at stake, which is very greatly appreciated. I also recognize some faces that have been knocking doors for us, so thank you guys for doing that. And then Carolyn is also helping us out in Justin County, which is great because that's one of our regions. I'm just here to have one ask, and that one ask is please, please get involved. This campaign is very, very important, and a lot of you guys know this, but I'm getting the sense that some people are getting too comfortable because we think that Bashir is it, and that's it. I was knocking doors yesterday myself in the very much heat, and I heard some Biden supporters out there, and the reason why they were supporters is because they had no idea that Bashir was running. Sounds crazy, you might not believe me, but it's happening. Some people have no idea that there's an election happening in 2019. Some people think that Andy Bashir is actually Andy Barr, and he's not up till 2020. So there's a lot of confusion out there, and it's going to be up to us to fix that. We knock a couple thousand doors a day. Out of those thousands, we talk to a couple hundred, and we make sure that everybody is well informed of what's going on. We give them, everybody who's running, the policies that are going to be in play for us, and what's currently happening today to us here in Kentucky. And that's pretty much what we're doing. It's more of an informational persuasion, like please get informed, please get updated if you are not updated on your registration, all those very important things. But you know, Lexington is really big, and I'm just one person, so it takes a lot of people to help us out. I know some people can't knock doors per se because the weather is just really bad, or health issues are a thing, and anxiety is also very real. So I get it, I know. There's also other ways to get involved. I have in the back table where Chuck Eddy is sitting right now, he's raising his hand, right Chuck? Raise your hand, beautiful. There is some sign-up sheets that you can put in your name. If you feel like doors is not an option for you for various reasons, I have other options for you. We're also making calls, and we're calling people. Actually, I have something to show you guys. Every Monday from 5 to 8, we're making phone calls, and we have this dialer party bingo card. So what we're doing is we're making calls, and sometimes it gets boring when people are just talking on the phone for a long time. Well, these bingo cards are more like if you hear something like, if they talk about Trump, that's 1 point. If they have no idea there's an election, that's another point. If somebody wants to volunteer, that's another one. So that's the sort of thing that we're doing. We're just trying to get the momentum to keep going. We had a killer open house this past Saturday. We had over 130 people in the office in Fayette County, which is like, if you've been there, you know how small that is. So we had it was blasting on the doors. It was so exciting. But we're just afraid that people see that and they think that's it, and that's the end. And it's not, and that worries me. This Saturday, Paula, very kindly, is organizing a group of people to knock doors. And you don't have to be afraid. What we're doing, if you never knocked before, is we have these lovely bags provided by the Fayette Party. And these bags have literature that you will give to your people, dog treats, thank you, Faith, that we will give to puppies. You can win the dog over first. We have badges for you so you can be presentable as volunteers. And we have some information on how to register to vote. If they are not registered, which they should be, And lastly, commitment cards. And these are very important because these are the ones that have proven results that we fill them out, they sign it first. We fill out the information on the back or they do it, and then we ship those right back to them in November. So they get a reminder in their mail saying like, hey, remember you promised me that you were gonna go vote? Please go do it. So that's all it is. It's very, very effective. We are not risking it. That's why we have the most intensive and aggressive field team. And I heard the history of Kentucky, I don't know if that's true. We have 8 regions, 8 directors all over the state. So it's not that it's just happening here in Lexington, it's happening in Jefferson, Ashland, Paducah, Bowling Green, Owensboro, Northern Kentucky. It's happening all over the state. We just happen to be a very much motivated and empowering group of people here in Fayette County. We are #1 in the whole region so far, and we want to keep it up that way. So I think we can do it. I think we can definitely win this. We just really have to put our mind and force to it. And there's, like I said, there should be an excuse to not do it. If you don't want to walk, we can write. If you don't want to write, we can talk on the phone. There's all sorts of options so you can help around the office. I just need you all to please, please, please get involved and get everybody else that you know also embedded in this election. That's very important, and we just cannot afford to lose it. 2020 is right around the corner. If we lose this, that's sending the wrong message to the wrong party. So just putting that out there. But that's it, my little message. Cool. Oh, questions? Yes, Chuck.
Just one comment. Jan Durham is doing a postcard writing thing on Thursday from noon to 7. Okay. Even those who are handwriting challenged have been known to do it. Okay. But she's got 2,000 postcards that say Andy Bashir on them. And we're writing our own messages and guidelines and our own messages. You know, mine happen to say I'm a Republican, as I am. But she has this thing going on. She can handle, I think we were talking the other day, she can probably handle like 15 to 20 people in the basement writing. You also get a cat and a dog circulating around. Anyway, Jan Durham,
That's provided.
on Facebook, she's got that thing going.
Awesome. Thank you, Chuck. Yes, postcards. Yes, ma'am.
How can you sign up to Canvas?
Sign up for Canvas on the website of andybashir.com. That's the website. There's a button in the middle that says volunteer. You click right on that. It gives you every single event that's happening around the state. They're all labeled. Ours is pretty easy to find. It's just Let's Go Canvassing. To play like Let's Go Canvassing. And we'll just sign you sign right up. If we give you instructions, you get a reminder call, you get a text reminder, you just get everything there. You don't have to worry. You've never ever canvassed before. We have trainings. Just let us know like, hey, I feel uncomfortable canvassing, but I want to get out of my comfort zone and I want to do it today. What do I do? No worry, we have trained field organizers that will sit down with you and we'll cover all your fears and insecurities together, because we've been there, I'm there too. So, and then we just have to push ourselves. And we'll get you all set up. But yeah, thanks. So andybashir.com, click volunteer, you'll be ready to sign up.
The paper?
Yes.
Sign up for shifts.
Oh yeah. Also, if you don't want to do that, thank you. There are some paper sheets in the back that you can fill out today. And we can call you and give you more information as to where to show up. And there's Chuck waving around. You can sign up, especially this Saturday if you want to join Paula. We will go out together in a big team. We're just trying to knock as many doors as possible on Saturday. So that's a higher contact rate, so we can talk to as many voters as possible. Yes. Yes, if you don't want to go by yourself, thank you. We will find somebody for you to go. If it's not a staffer or an intern or another volunteer, we will just find you somebody. We're trying to make you as much as comfortable as possible, but also trying to get it out there. Doors, they really work. We've seen the numbers. We've seen the difference it makes. And we just need to get out there going. And also, if you want to go to specific areas, we will do our best to find you in areas. If you want to knock your neighborhood, we'll set you up. We'll find you one that's nearest by that we haven't knocked yet. We can do that as well. Yes.
I'm curious about the priorities. Who are we trying to reach first? I mean,
The-
we probably won't get the whole bit.
Yeah. No, definitely. So the things that we're using are very complicated to explain. We look at a lot of different things. We're not just looking at what you've been voting. This very specific election, there's like, we don't care if you're Republican or not. We're trying to see what are the chances of you actually voting for Andy. There's a lot that goes into it. I don't even know the high details behind it. But to make that shorter, not just Democrats. We're knocking on doors that are also Republicans, but the ones that I usually knock, who are Republicans, are very upset at Bevin. So they will go for Bashir, which is pretty obvious, right? There's some people that are still, hardcore Republican. They will never change their mind, but they're usually very sweet. They're like, no, I'm just going to vote Republican, and then thank you, have a nice day. That's it. But it's more thorough than the other campaigns that we've seen before here in Lexington for sure.
I don't think that they are all doing what you said, though. The Bashir man that came to our door only was calling on Democrats.
What is it?
You're saying that they're going to all doors?
No. We're going to strategic doors. We have less than 80 days, so we are trying to find the best doors to knock, and that means that we're trying to find very specific people to convince to knock. So no, not every door. That would be we would need a lot more time for that, and like a crazy large army. Yes. Sure. Yes, ma'am.
I'm from Woodford County, I say yes, but sometimes I feel like the party doesn't take advantage of the fact that we have a party structure, and that every precinct has at least 3 officers. And I would encourage you or ask, do you all work with the precinct officers?
With you said Woodford County?
I'm asking about the,
Sorry, that fan's right on my
do you all work with the precinct officers?
No, we don't. We don't. That's a good question. We do not know. We usually try to identify people who are very comfortable, like leading canvassing, and we'll just knock them all out. So we're working through like priority precincts. There are some precincts that we need to knock first because we just need to get them out of the way. They're highly dense, Democratic ones that we just know it's going to go for Bashir no matter what. Get those out of the way. So to condense the amount of time they're going to be putting in each precinct, we try not to talk to the precinct leaders per se. Haven't heard about that suggestion before. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Thank
It
you.
just seems like we do have a structure
Uh-huh.
of organization.